Belli, accompanied by police and newsmen, waited 45 minutes today to keep a rendezvous with San Francisco's Zodiac killer of 5 persons. The man who made the appointment never showed up. The meeting was arranged this morning when a caller, identifying himself as Sam, reached Belli on a KGO-TV talk show. He said he was the Zodiac killer and needed help. Here's how it looked and sounded.
Talk to us. Just tell us what's going on inside you right now, Sam, please.
I have headache. How long have you had those headaches, Sam? In a long time? Since I killed a kid. Well, was it before December that you had the headaches? Yes. Were you in service? You might have had an injury in service. Did you ever fall out of a tree or downstairs? Were you ever unconscious? I don't know. You don't remember. Does aspirin do you any good? No. Doesn't do any good.
Sam,
That stuff never did me any good either when I had it.
Sam, let me ask you a question. Did you attempt to call this program one other time when Mr. Belli was with us? And you what? Did you try to call us one other time about two or 3 weeks ago when Mel Belli was with us?
Yes.
And you, and we
couldn't get through?
Couldn't get through. The phones were tied up. Was that it?
Yes. Sam, let me ask you this. There's some reason why you go to a particular doctor or a particular priest, and some reason why apparently you wanted to talk to me or Lee. Is it that you feel that we have compassion for people who get in trouble? Or is it you feel that we can do something for you? Or is it you feel that we have enough integrity that if we promise you something, that we're going to stick to it?
Well, let's find out why he wanted to talk. Why did you want to talk to Mr. Belli?
The Zodiac's reign of terror began in the sleepy town of Benicia, a rural township in the San Francisco Bay Area. Stella Medeiros, a local resident, forever remembered the night she came across the killer's first confirmed victim.
On December 20th, 1968, around 11:10 p.m., Stella, her mother-in-law, and her daughter got in the car for a late-night trip. They drove down the dark, winding Lake Herman Road to pick up Stella's son from a show.
Lake Herman Road was a small, quiet street that ran 6 miles through the area. Stella drove carefully around the curves and didn't notice any other vehicles in her path that night.
About 3 miles into the drive, Stella approached the entrance to a small pump station. The turnout near the station was a well-known lover's lane where teenage couples went to enjoy some privacy.
As she passed the spot, Stella noticed a Rambler station wagon parked on the side of the road. The driver's side door was open, and Stella could see a teenage boy hanging halfway out of the car. A young girl was not far away, laying on the ground near the road, perfectly still.
Stella hit the gas and sped away, now heading for the police.
And William Warner listened to Stella's account and called in the report. They reached the turnout 3 minutes later, around 11:28 p.m.
There, they found a horrific scene. The girl, 16-year-old Betty Lou Jensen, lay face down in the gravel by the road, almost 30 feet from the tan Rambler. A sickening pool of blood collected around her head.
Officers searched in vain for a pulse, but she had already lost too much blood.
The autopsy later found that Betty Lou...
That took place out on a county road about sometime after 11 o'clock last night. A double homicide involving...
After his first murder, the Zodiac stayed quiet for about half a year before he struck again. This murder being much more bizarre than the last. On July 4th, 1969, 18-year-old Darlene Farron and 16-year-old Michael Michaud were going to get fireworks for the Independence Day celebrations. But as they pulled out of their driveway, they immediately noticed that they were being followed by another car. Panicked, Darlene made a series of twists and turns to try to lose the other vehicle, but eventually ended up pulling into the parking lot of Blue Rock Springs Park, only 4 miles from downtown Vallejo. As the couple parked their car, their pursuer also pulled into the parking lot and parked to the left of Darlene's vehicle, before immediately leaving the parking lot. But the couple was only relieved for a few moments, because around 5 minutes later, the same car pulled back into the parking lot, and this time parked directly behind Darlene's car. A man exited the vehicle with a flashlight. Mike shooting both Michael and Darlene. More than 7 shots were fired before the man started walking back to his car. The bullets had pierced Darlene's lungs and heart, killing her, but Michael still retained consciousness. While the man was walking back to his car, Michael let out a painful moan. Hearing this, the man paused, and for a split second, Michael could see the face of his attacker, which he later described to the police in detail. Nevertheless, the man heard that Michael was still alive and returned to Darlene's car to finish the job.
HEKEPSL